Let's bring in Jeremy Saland, who is here to talk about it. He is a former Manhattan prosecutor. Good to see you, Jeremy. So let's talk about, or what we can talk about in terms of strategy. When the defense first got a crack at Cohen, attorney Todd Blanche, made it personal, asking of Cohen's criticism of him. Which direction does the defense need to take today?
I think the direction they're going to take and need to take is build on the fact that Michael Cohen is a demonstrable liar, not just someone you may not trust, but has actually and affirmatively lied and admitted to lying. He lied to the judge when he was sentenced. He told a different story to Judge Ngoran. By sentence, I mean in federal court. He's come here today or the past couple of days and told you another story and try to change his story about the taxes in his IRS and lies to his wife. So this is a person who has a demonstrable history of not telling the truth. And you add on to that there's an agenda and a vendetta. He can't be trusted. Let's make it about Michael Cohen. Let's try to take the jury away from the falsifying business records. I don't like Michael Cohen. You can't trust the case, and you can't trust the district attorney's office on the whole matter.
Might that also backfire because part of the job, Michael Cohen has explained, is lying on behalf of the former president? So won't prosecutors want to zero in on that if they choose to redirect?
Well, I think that in part is fair because you don't catch the big bag ugly. You don't catch the big bad guy unless you're immersed and hands-on and knee deep in it. So you would expect that the guy who knows the most, who's not just the fly on the wall, but is an active participant, is also going to be the guy who has dirty hands himself. So it is a double-edged sword, and prosecutors are going to try to rehabilitate Michael Cohen in that way. But some of it you can't, meaning some of it is, yes, he lied. You may not like him. You may not want your daughter to date him. You may not want him to be your brother-in-law. But nonetheless, this is who we have, and trust what he says because we also have documents to corroborate.
And so far, overall, what kind of impact do you think this trial has had on jurors? And does everything seem to ride on Michael Cohen's believability, his documents?
I don't think it rides on Michael Cohen's believability, but because he's the center show to all this, he's the sort of under the big tent here, the big top, pardon me. I think a lot of it is going to be looking at him because remember, looking at business records, which this case really is fairly boring, if not mundane, if not really something someone is not really interested in. So by default, what catches their attention is Michael Cohen, is Stormy Daniels, the most salacious parts, but they're also in many ways the weakest parts.
All right, Jeremy Saland. Great talking to you. Thank you so much.
You as well.